The learnings of the Nishmas Etta Ahuva Basakim. Masechus Bava Metzia Perek Zayin Mishna Yomi. Yosef b'teinim l'yecha b'anavim l'yecha b'teinim. So the chiv that we had in prior Mishnah that you have to feed your worker is dafka to feed him from the food that he's working with, but he can't eat a different food. So if he's working with figs, he can't eat from grapes. If he's working with grapes, he can't eat from figs. But he could refrain from eating until he gets to a area of working that he likes the food better, and he could eat from that food. He's only allowed to eat b'shas melacha. B'shum hashav aved lebaylim amru paylim oichem balichasam yuman l'uman ubechazirasam in agas. The bailim are nicha for him to eat shalei b'shas gemar melacha in between jobs while they're moving from one row to the other row, or on the way back from the press. And therefore, even though it's not b'shas melacha, since the bailim are nicha with it, he is allowed to eat then. The next part of the Mishnah, the Gemara says, is a new thing. Ubechamar kishihi parekes, which the Gemara says it means to say ad shetehe parekes, that the chamar could eat from that which is on its back until it's taken off of its back, even though it can't see the geffen while it's on the back. And therefore, you may think that there's no reason to feed it. Kamashmal on this Mishnah that no, that they could eat while it's on its back. Mishnah Hey, Oichel Payel Kishas Afilu Bedinar Vekaiseves Afilu Bedinar. The Payel is allowed to eat even though the food that he's eating is going to be worth more than the salary that he's making. No, you don't have a right to eat more than your salary. Up until the salary you could eat. Anything more than that you can't eat. The Chachamim allowed, we'll see in a second, Hainu Tanakama, we'll explain what the difference is. Aval melamdim es ha'adam shelo yehei ravsan v'yehei soisim es ha'pesach b'fanav. But we do tell a person, al tzeitzah higenes, that if you want to get employed by people, you shouldn't eat more than you're worth. So the Gemara asks, Chachamim hainu tanakama, the Gemara says three nafkaminas. So the first teretz is that which the Chachamim said that we melamdin, that we give this eitzah against, the Tanakama doesn't hold of that. You have to give such eitzah against. The second nafkamina is that the Tanakama held a bigger chiddush that the payil could eat kishas afilu bedinar, means even if he was just hired to work with that kishas, and that kishas is worth more than his salary, he could eat that one little thing that he was hired to do. He's going to eat up the whole job. And on that, the Chachamim don't hold to that. And the third teretz in the Gemara is that not nafkamina legabi a payil itself, but the Chachamim, when the Chachamim held Chachamim matirin, the reason why they held they can be oichel yesar schar is because they hold even someone who's not a worker so is allowed to eat. So that's a chiddush of the Chachamim, is that even someone who's not a payil, is if he's working on someone's vineyard, he is allowed to eat. On that, the Tanakama held that it's leishavik chai lechol beria, that everyone's just going to go into other people's field and do some work on it and eat from it, and that the Tanakama didn't hold of.